Hi guys, welcome to the teaching and learning. Today in Pedagogy lesson 45, I'll be explaining the Skinner's theory. What Skinner said about the behavior, how behavior can be increased and decreased, what action can reinforce the behavior, what punishment can decrease the behavior. Skinner provided these theories by conducting some experiment. So in this video, I'll be talking about the Skinner's behavior theory. So you have to watch this video till the end. If you have any question, you can write in the comment box. If you want to share more information about this, you can write it to me or email to me. If you have any question, please feel free. If you didn't subscribe the teaching and learning, don't forget to subscribe. If you want more videos like that, press the bell icon button. So guys, Skinner's theory, let's talk about that. What is Skinner's theory? So first, who was Skinner? He was an American psychologist born in 1904 and died in 1990. A behaviorist, he developed the theory of the operant condition. So the experiment he conducted, that is called the operant conditioning. I'll tell you what these operant conditions, okay? This is like the puzzle box. He put the red in the this box and started providing the food, and the action was keep repeating. Okay, this is the one thing. There was an operant box. Okay, for the pigeon, he was providing the grains. Okay, clockwise. Okay, the action was keep repeated. So I'll tell you what exactly these are. So you have to wait and watch the end till the end of this slide. The idea that behavior is determined by its consequences, be they reinforcement or punishment. He said the behavior can be changed, means can be increased and decreased. It can be increased through reinforcement and it can be decreased through the punishment. As you know, that the reinforcement are two types, positive and negative. Similarly, punishment, which make it more or less likely that our behavior occur again. So if the environment or if the what we call reinforcement is the pleasant, then the action will be repeated. If it is unpleasant, the action will decrease. So the pleasant increase the behavior and unpleasant likely decrease the behavior. So in Skinner believed that the only scientific approach to psychology was one that studied behavior, not internal subjective mental process. So this is the one thing. Okay. Now, what is a pleasant and unpleasant? Pleasant means rewarded. If an action is rewarded, definitely it will repeat it. And an action is punished, definitely it will decrease. So that is a pleasant. Reward is a pleasant and punishment is unpleasant. For example, if you have assigned $5 for your child, that if you have done your homework, you will get the $5 or $10. So this is the favorable condition and the pleasant environment which enforce the student or child to repeat the action. Suppose if a child who is smoking and you have scolded him or you warn him or her, that is unpleasant. So means that unpleasant condition will stop the repeating action. So he proved experimentally that that is called the operant conditioning. That he said if it is pleasant, it will help to repeat. If it is unpleasant, that's enough. So he gives the two experiment. One is a rat experiment and then another one is a pigeon. That is called operant box or operant conditioning. It's also called instrumental conditioning. He said how reinforcement and punishment modify behavior. So the consequences of the response determine the probability of it being repeated. Through operant condition, behavior which is reinforced, rewarded, which likely be repeated. If it is punished, it will less frequently. So he proved these through experiment. Let's see further or more information. What he
The
said,
environments that
I will
increase
be
the
sharing you
probability of a
the link
behavior
as
being
well as
repeated.
into the chat, in the description. You can go through it, and it will give you the more information by it. What he said, he enhanced the study of the Thorndikes through these Skinner's box. So Skinner's box, also known as the operant condition chamber device, subjectively recorded an animal's behavior in a compressed time frame. An animal can be rewarded or punished by for engage a certain behavior, like the pigeon, like clockwise, keep pecking. Okay, so what he proved there are three types of the behavior or the responses. Now what are these three types of the behavior or the responses? Number one is a natural response. Now natural response is a neutral, okay, not a decrease or not an increase probability. It's not being repeated, it's a neutral operand. So if there's a no, you know that the action, that means there's a no behavior changes, so that's a neutral operand. So if there's an action, suppose if you are feeding the pigeon, definitely it will, there will be a changes in the behavior. How you are feeding, if you are letting to feed, okay, and put it in the box at the clockwise, so it will be turning, like, box on, box off, box on, box off. You will be peaking on that seed. So another one is the reinforce. Reinforce, which is repeated. It can be positive and negative. Okay. And other one is the punisher. So reinforce can increase the behavior, and punishment can decrease the behavior. So he said there are the three changes. One is the responses, one is the neutral response, another one is the reinforce, and the third one is the punishers. So this is the Skinner's theory. If you can see here, the operant box, a Skinner box, also known as the operant conditioning box. Okay, it's a kind of the device object to record an animal's behavior in a compressed time frame. So he noticed, rewarded, and punished how it has been engaged in certain behavior. So I'll be sharing you the a link of the videos which explains these operant box experiments that will help you to understand more. So the Skinner's behaviors theory, he said the rewards and punishment can increase and decrease the behavior. He identified there are the three responses. One is the neutral, other one is the reinforce, and the third one is the punisher. How he proved? He proved through the experiment. That is called operant conditioning. And it is like the puzzle box, and he conduct that experiment on the animals, rat and the pigeons. I hope that you understood, and this information may help you to attempt the exam. We'll be meeting with the next topic, and till that, bye. But before that, don't forget to subscribe the Teaching and Learning. If you have any suggestion and comment, please feel free. Thank you so much. Stay safe and stay blessed.